In today's video, I will cover this brand new Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro active noise cancelling earbuds. They're not perfect, but are they worth the money? Are they good value for money? Grab a seat, get comfy. Let's find out. It's a jam-packed video today, guys, but at the end of it, you should be able to get a good idea of the key features, whether or not these earbuds are good value for money, how comfortable they are, what type of listening they're good for, the great features that it comes with, and the not so great aspects of it. There are a couple. Full disclosure, guys, I bought these with my own money. Sometimes brands do send me stuff, but in this case it is 100% sponsored by yours truly. They come branded as hybrid active noise cancelling. But Alex, what the hell does that mean? Active noise cancelling, or ANC, can work in three different ways. Feed forward, where there are mics outside of the earbuds. Feed back, which is slightly better as it's inside the earbud, and in theory they could hear external noises more closely to how we hear it. And then there's hybrid. That's where you've got both internal and external microphones, and that hybrid is the kind of ANC that Liberty Air 2 Pro uses. I think they did a really good job here, which I'll cover in more detail later. Throughout this video, I'll be comparing this with other earbuds that I own, just to help you place where I think the Liberty Air 2 Pro is at. I tested this in both the iPhone 12 Pro Max and the Samsung S21 Ultra in the last month or so. Did that make a difference? Yes, actually. But it's an iOS thing. If you're on iOS, watch out for this setting here, which is there to protect your hearing, but personally, I like my music loud. So treat with care, make sure that you're comfortable with it. This setting made the volume so low on the earbuds that I thought there was something wrong with the earbuds. Once I turned it off, it was fine. And volume wise, I think they could still be a little bit louder. They're not as loud as I'd like them to be, but it's not too bad. These earbuds sell for $130 or about £130 in the UK. To give you an idea where this sits in comparison with other popular earbuds in terms of price, here's a table for you to compare. The Galaxy Buds Pro coming in at $199, the Buds Live at $169, the Jabra Elite 85T at $229, the Bose QC at $279 or $245 depending on what color you buy, and the Sony XM3s for $228, and the Apple AirPods Pro, which costs $249 at the moment. All the prices are at the time of recording, guys, so don't quote me on it. So clearly, these are really competitively priced, but do they deliver? Let's go through the features in a bit more detail. Let's talk about active noise cancelling. The thing with noise cancelling for me in general is not how much sound is blocked, because frankly, just wearing any earbuds will reduce some of the external noise anyway, which is also known as passive noise cancelling. So you're going to get some of that with any earbuds. In adverts and marketing material, brands want to make you believe that you'll be in this cocoon of silence by wearing these earbuds or any other earbuds. Even the expensive earbuds don't really cancel noise, they reduce it. The noise cancelling feature will remove those low frequency, long droning sounds, like inside an aeroplane or inside a train, for example. They're very good at that. Really good noise cancelling is able to cancel those sounds and remove between 20 and 40 decibels. Let's turn that on. And that can really improve how some people live and go about their days, because noise is closely related to stress and therefore can be quite damaging to our health. So how does the Liberty Air 2 Pro deliver ANC? This is where the app will help quite a bit. You gotta download the app straight away as soon as you get these, guys, because without the app you can't do much. They have a really good selection of different situations that you can configure through the app. So they have 4 noise cancelling modes: transport, which targets low frequencies like engine and road noises; indoor, which eliminates voices and mid-frequency noise from coffee shops, for example, maybe children as well, I wish. And they've got outdoor mode, which reduces ambient sound from quieter city spaces like a park or something like that. And then they've got custom, which personally I think is a bit hit and miss. And for me, I'm not sure what it's doing. It's a cool interface and all, but without information, it's hard to know what it's doing. Didn't really work for me. And then they've got the transparency modes. It has 3 modes within that: fully transparent, vocal mode, and normal. In fully transparent, this lets you hear all ambient sounds. In vocal mode, that one actually worked really well for me. And you can even have a conversation with these on if you want. And then there's this normal mode, which is supposed to turn off cancellation and transparency. But in my experience, it's the same as full transparency. So I'm not really sure, regardless of the genre I was listening to, the sound quality and the ambient sounds remained exactly the same. So as far as my experience goes, it is a bit pointless to have this as an option. Normal mode and fully transparent was exactly the same. They come with an IPX4 rating, which basically means it would survive a rainy run, but I would be careful near a swimming pool. Definitely don't drop them in water. When it comes to the case itself is a little bit on the bulky side, but totally pocketable. It has this nice sliding action and also a pairing button on the side and some status lights at the front as well. You can plop them on a wireless charger, which is fantastic, and it also comes with a USB-C cable for you to charge via that, so just perfect. In terms of battery life, Soundcore claims 7 hours of playtime and 26 hours with the case as well, recharging it. But that would depend on whether you have things like the ANC turned on or the volume that you're listening to. I was able to get just under 6 hours, which is still pretty good, with ANC on and varying degrees of volume. To be honest, that's still pretty good, and most situations that'll be fine. And it has a 15-minute fast charge option as well. That will give you an extra 2 hours listening for those exciting conference calls. And here are some of the tech specs if you're interested in the nitty-gritty. When it comes to connectivity, I had no issues with it connecting it to my iPhone, to my Samsung S21 Ultra, or even my work laptop, my personal laptop. No issues connecting to them, but there is a but. It only supports connecting to one device at a time. You know where I'm going with this. Most people who have at least 2 devices, rather they want to connect this to switch between devices, you have to put them back in the case and reconnect them. You don't need to pair them again. It's just a case of putting them back in the case and sort of reconnecting, but it's still a few seconds that you lose and a little bit cumbersome when you're trying to switch quickly between devices. I'm not sure if that can be sorted through firmware updates, but yes, it's a little bit of a miss for me in terms of features. How comfortable are they? This is probably the most subjective aspect of the review, but I can give you an idea in comparison with other earbuds that I own. In order of less comfortable to most comfortable, this is where I put them. The Apple AirPods, pain level, max, they really hurt. The Galaxy Buds Pro, tolerable. And the Liberty Air 2 Pro, very comfy. Totally subjective, just my experience, but should give you a good idea. In terms of design, I really like the design. I think they look pretty slick, and I appreciate that some people might prefer the smaller designs, but this one, I really like. Some people might prefer the Galaxy Buds Pro, for example. I quite like the stem design. In terms of colors, this year they released multiple colors as well, which is really cool. It means that they can offer more options to more consumers. They feature touch controls as well, as you'd expect for this range, but they're not that great. And here's what I mean. This could be a personal thing, but I found that you have to press them harder than others. Even my cheaper Apple AirPods here seem to have a higher sensitivity to touch. This is not the Pro, it's just the standard AirPods. It's not a huge deal, but definitely something that's noticeable. When you're touching it, you have to really press it quite hard, in my opinion. I also found that it misses the touch sometimes. Again, this could be a personal thing and maybe just me not getting used to it properly, but I'd say the touch control actually failed for me 1, maybe twice out of 10 times. Also within the app, you can customize and change the behavior, but it only allows you to customize 2 controls, so double tap or tap and hold. So you might need to compromise the controls that you want to have. In my case, I lost the volume app in favor of skipping track. So yeah, you need to work that out, and I'm hoping that they fix that via software. They do have sensors on them, so when you take them out, it auto pauses and auto continues when you pop them back on. Let's talk about the microphone quality. For this section, I thought I'd use a couple of real world scenarios so you can listen for yourself, and I asked a couple of other great YouTubers to test this with me.
Hey Mike, how you doing? You okay? How's it going?
Hi Alex, just working on some YouTube stuff here. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. So I saw you picked up the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pro as well. Looks good, doesn't it?
Yeah, they fit rather good, and I like the sound quality. It's surprising that the call quality is also this clear. Like, I've been using them non-stop since I got them the other day. So yeah, they're pretty cool.
Me too. I've been trying for a few different situations as well, going outside, calling people, joining work calls as well. So this is interesting on Zoom. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
Yeah, and personally, the latency, there's not really that much latency. So I think that this is pretty accurate. Yeah.
Yeah, I have found it from a volume perspective to be on the low side, but that's probably just my hearing. Just because other people said it's fine. For me, the sound volume isn't as high as it could be for me.
That's interesting. I found it to be just the right amount for me.
Yeah, it's probably my age.
Oh, man,
Now
you're
listen,
so
man, yeah, good talking to you anyway, and let's go back to our videos. Say hello to our to you viewers, and yeah, see you soon.
See you soon, man.
Okay, let's go, Charlie. Hey, Charlie, how's it going?
Oh, hi Alex. Yeah, I'm actually really great, thanks.
Hey, I heard you picked up the Liberty Air 2 Pros as well.
Yeah, I mean, the Liberty Air 2 Pros are just amazing. Like, the sound quality, everything, noise cancellation, really, really good in my book.
Brilliant. Hey, Charlie, I was trying to find a way to test the call quality. Do you mind giving me a ring?
Ring, ring, ring.
Oh, there you go. All right, so how do I sound?
Well, I mean, you do sound a bit foreign, if I'm going to be honest.
I know I'm foreigner, yeah. No, I mean, what's the sound quality?
Oh, okay, yeah. Loud and clear, Alex. Loud and clear.
Thanks, Charlie. Yes, you sound pretty good as well.
Oh, Alex, since you got here, would you be able to tell me about the audio quality on the Soundcore Liberty Air 2 Pros? I know I have a pair, but I'm not really an audiophile, so it'd be great to have another opinion. And since you've used higher quality headphones like the, like the AirPods Max, it'd be really cool to have your opinion on it.
So yeah, Charlie, no problem at all. Yeah, so I've been testing this with different types of music as well. I am actually quite impressed about the quality of the sound that comes out of it. One thing I would say is, and I was just talking to Mike from Team VRI as well, exactly the same thing. For me, it's a bit on the low side on the volume. For him, he said he was okay. He got exactly the same as well. Out of the box, I thought he had a really nice and clear treble, really kind of rich sound coming out of that range. And it does have a nice bass as well. Of course, you can't compare it with the higher end stuff like the Galaxy Buds Pro, but it's not that far off. It's really good quality.
Before the next section, guys, I've started to build this really nice selection of audio gear reviews in a playlist here. So make sure to check that out for more audio equipment that I've reviewed. And there's loads more reviews coming up. So if there's something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And right next to it, there's a little bell like this one. You know what to do. Sorry about that. Let's talk about sound quality now. For me, this is where things get interesting. Generally speaking, you can tweak the sound quite easily on the app by choosing different genres and, to suit whatever you're listening to. I've tested this with a wide range of songs. In fact, I've put a list down below in the description so that you can actually try for yourself if you want to test any audio equipment. Let's start with the balance. This is tricky to get right. Most brands sometimes try to make the product sound punchy and sometimes overdo in the low end, trying to make it sound more, kind of not too weak. But listening to tracks that had loads of low end strength, but also with treble frequencies, show that these earbuds are really well balanced. Mid-range wise, where songs, that needed that higher clarity in vocals, the mid-range quality is superb. For me, it's very important, and I was really impressed there. When it comes to bass, this is where these little guys are really strong. Sometimes you can get these really booming sounding earbuds, but with not much clarity at a low end. These are actually really nice and clear. Yes, very heavy bass, but decent clarity. In terms of treble, I've tested these with a track that if you've got a poor quality set, it actually hurts your ears. But these earbuds, it sounded really nicely controlled. The treble could be a little bit richer, but for this price range, they're really decent. So would I recommend these earbuds? 100%. For this price, you're getting quite a lot of features that you would normally get at the higher end priced earbuds. Yes, there's a couple of compromises, but a really, really decent, more than decent sound quality. That's it for me, guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.